Hello future people, welcome to Getting Tabled. I'm Jason the Bruce, and today we're unboxing an entire set of islands. So I'm rich and I now own my own islands. You can have one each for $1 million. Bargain price right here. Terrible humour. I'm not apologising for my bad jokes. Okay, I made an order from BattleKiwi recently, which, if you're not familiar, the name should be giving it away. It's a company from New Zealand. These are island terrain that you can be using for a few games. In my particular case, I'm using it for So this particular terrain is designed to be used with a few different things. Obviously, boat type things. In my particular case, I intend to use it for Kings of War Armada. But it very easily could be used for naval combat, whether it be historical or fantasy. Dystopian wars is obviously one that comes to mind. Black Seas, like there's endless amounts of options for these. And because they're kind of generic looking, scale-wise shouldn't matter too much, because they're either bigger islands or they're small islands. So, this is the packaging. It is a rather simple packaging, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. The Illicit Isles. I love the name for some reason. BattleKiwi actually do have a number of products that are really, really good. Some that I've checked out personally, some that I haven't. This is definitely on the list of companies. I want to do aiming at the indie on. In fact, they will probably be on the next episode. I can't believe I haven't looked at them already, quite frankly. So, front of the box. Everything else is fairly standard. It is a fairly simple presentation. So, initial impressions. These are 3D printed. It's actually a little bit flexible. Yeah. And they will survive a drop. So, you can see the ridges in there. For island terrain, that's not necessarily going to cause any issues. Just do them up to make it look like they're topographical. One, two. Oh, that's probably my favourite so far. In all honesty, I know that they do have a scale, but I honestly feel that you could use these with other size ships without it being too big of a concern. There's nothing here I can really see that would stand out as something that doesn't belong. Everything is very different as well. There's not really any repeats. Oh, I've got a little bit of a break here. Nothing too bad. I like that nice small one. So all in all, it's quite a nice touch. Now, obviously, these will look much better once they're painted. I think that's meant to be the other way around. But that's quite a nice touch. Add a little bit of sand around the outside. You'd want fine sand for this. You definitely want fine sand for this. You could even probably spray paint most of this. This would be very, very quick and simple. Now, this is all 3D printed, which is fine. I was expecting that, so that's fine. This is really nice and simple but effective. I like it. So either you will paint this up to be sand and to be the outside, or you paint it up to be blue and it just becomes part of your background. Personally, I think I'm going to actually make it so that this is part of the island itself, and they kind of become topographical, is probably my idea. So they're not really, like, this isn't exactly how they look, it just represents, like on a weather map and so forth. Like, they're not obviously those colours, the colours represent heights and so on and so forth. That's what I'm thinking at this stage. I mean, I will paint them green and brown and grey and so on. I really like these. I really think they work. These weren't overly expensive either. I want to say it was 30 something. It might have been 39 New Zealand dollars or something off the top of my head. If I'm wrong, I will put something down below to correct myself. I really like these. Try and give you a bit of a look over the landscape. So that's the two small ones. I've got this long, thin one. That's just amazing, that particular one. But the detail is simple, but it's not simple in a bad way. It just kind of works. And even though it's 3D printed, it's not, like, the layer lines are quite small. I do believe this is FDM printed. I don't believe this is resin. I mean, it might be. No, it's FDM printed. It's not resin. But it's clearly been designed in a way that the texture becomes part of the islands. It's not super obvious. It doesn't stand out. So there we go. Looking at the Illicit Isles from BattleKiwi. I'm really impressed with these. I'm really, really happy with how they look. I wasn't entirely sure how they were going to look in person, because obviously there's only so much you can see on a website, but this is really, really nice. And I'm impressed with how well the layer lines have been hidden. It really does look like part of the actual design. It's really nice. If you're not a fan of the layer lines, you should be able to get rid of them quite easily, either with a bit of sanding, or, in all honesty, the layer lines are that small, you might even be able to hide it with your paint. Thank you very much for checking out this video. If you're enjoying the content of this channel, please like and subscribe. If you're in a position to do so, please check out patreon.com/gettingtabled. You receive early access to at least 80% of all videos that we put out, and you get access to the video edition of all of our podcasts the day that they're uploaded. If you'd like to check us out on social media, facebook.com/gettingtabled is the most active. We also have a Discord server. You can email our team at gettingtabled@gmail.com. If you're on either Twitter or Instagram, you can find us at gettingtabled. And until next time, play more.